Hey Ringside crew, welcome to the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. And now here's your host, Joe Panther III.
Hello there, wrestling fans. Welcome to another episode of the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. I am Joe Panther III, and today I have a gentleman that matches the energy in the room that I bring to this international stage in this wrestling indie world. Let's give a warm Dudes at Ringside welcome to Pretty Ricky. What a welcome, brother, welcome.
Morning. Thanks for having me. Do greatly appreciate your time. Pretty Ricky Willdy, so happy to be here. The Dudes at Ringside. It's been a long time coming. I'm so happy to be on this stage with you guys.
Awesome, man. So what's going on with you, Ricky? What's going on, man? What's going on?
Buddy, busiest year of my life. I got into 4 real fist fights at different bars in Brantford. There's only 5 bars. And in those 4 fights, I got my nose broken twice, had to rearrange it, and I got 3 different lawsuits ongoing. Most of them are fine, though. Beyond that, I tore my meniscus. So I've been trying to rehab for that. I've been getting bigger opportunities in the world than I've ever had, but I've been dealing with a knee problem. So it's like the yin and yang of success, I suppose.
Wow, Ricky, that's lawsuits, dude. Wow. Oh my gosh. Yeah, man. So
it's been a wacky year.
Yeah, man, great. For the both of us, second year running with the solo train with Dudes at Ringside for myself.
Yeah.
But like what's going on with you in the world of professional wrestling? You have anything fun stuff going on?
Professional wrestling, Brantford, Ontario, Canada. We got a big show coming up Friday, June 7th. We're so excited about it. We're doing a benefit show for Free Sport for Growth. It's a local organization to help kids get over financial burdens to be able to get involved with organized sports. So we're very happy to be a part of our community and putting that on. Beyond that, I'm fighting my way around Ontario trying to win a bunch of title belts. I got a stack of them in here, and it's a good feeling. So working my way up into bigger promotions, bigger cards, the AEWs, Impacts, ROHs of the world. It's been a hell of a year for Ricky Willdy.
Awesome. Is there anybody that you've seen on the wrestling scene that you've been wanting? That's a big one. Seen on the scene, that you've been wanting to either work with in your promotion or wrestle against in your promotion or anywhere else in the world?
I mean, I really want to wrestle Hacksaw Jim Duggan and Jerry the King Lawler is probably. I want Jerry the King Lawler in a casket match. That's probably my number one. So I'm really working on that. I think that would be sweet. I did wrestle the Soul Taker in a casket match last year, and that was a personal career highlight. So that was sick. That was a great 5-star, easy. And beyond that, I'm gonna say Evil Uno, Stu Grayson. I want to wrestle those guys. Those are some big names. Ethan Page is another guy who's just got back on the scene, and we never got to tangle. So I'd love to wrestle Ethan Page.
The way you say wrestle, there's a promotion that you would be perfect in. It's in Scranton, Pennsylvania, and they're Smash Masters, and everybody says wrestling, and they had to correct me like 5 times when I was at the show. It's Smash Masters Wrestling. So they say exactly like you. So you'd fit in because you don't say wrestling. You say wrestling. So it's
There's
perfect.
a time to wrestle, there's a time to wrestle, and Ricky wrestles. Let's get to it.
Yeah, man. So did you ever Ricky will be right back. So let me get Ricky back. Ricky, did you ever think from back when you were a kid watching all this stuff that you'd be the promoter and doing all this stuff now in wrestling?
Yeah, it's a crazy ride and journey. It really is, because obviously I always
can't hear you.
God.
You're
We'll come
good.
back.
You're
I'm
good.
back.
Yeah, you're back. Keep going.
My
Talking.
apologies. My apologies. How far ago did you lose me?
I lost you before I said the crate. Start it again. Start that part again.
It's a wild journey. It really is. I've had dreams of it since I was a child, being a wrestler. So the idea that I'm able to do it as an adult is blowing my mind. And I honestly can't believe how far into the business that I've gotten and what we've been able to accomplish through it all. In terms of my own show, thankfully, I don't have to make any of the decisions. That's all handled by a team of people outside of myself. I just have to promote it. I just have to talk about it a lot. So I'm very excited to be a part of that team and be able to put that kind of work in.
Awesome. So like if you want to talk about your roster, like let's talk about some of the wrestlers you work with, like in your promotion. Like who
Yes.
are some of the wrestlers if my fans from America are not familiar with your promotion and like some of the people you work with, like let's talk about it.
I'm going to put it on. Here it is. Number one contenders match. We got Mark Wheeler versus Bryce Hanson. Mark Wheeler, the Golden Gun. He's been on Impact, ROH, AEW all in the last year. He's become a staple of the Ontario scene, and he's absolutely incredible. Bryce Hanson, he has been bouncing around between Battle Arts in Mississauga, Ontario, to the New Japan Dojo in California, to Natty Neidhart and TJ in Florida. So this kid wants it. He's 19. He just graduated high school, and he is a hustler. So we are so excited to host those two for the first time ever, coming to Brantford, Ontario for Brantford Wrestling and seeing that number one contenders match. It's going to tear the house down, and we're very excited to host it. We got a Haas fight. Two real big guys. We got Jesse V versus Bradford Montague. Same thing, Bradford Montague. You can see him on Dark Side of the Ring. He's been on WWE. He's been on Impact. He's been across the board, and he's bouncing across from province to province all across our country. Jesse V, same thing. Dark Side of the Ring, Impact, ROH, AEW, WWE. You can see these guys all over the place. They're the people who get picked. These are the stars.
I can hear you.
Oh.
You're good. You're good. Keep going.
I can't believe that keeps happening. I apologize.
Okay. You're good.
We got Alexia Nicole versus Miley. This is Alexia.
I don't know Miley. Oh, I love Miley. Oh my god, I love
you.
her. She's amazing.
Miley's a
Tell her I say
star.
hi. She's got that energy.
Absolutely. And she's just getting started. She's so new in the business and she's phenomenal.
Yeah.
And
Miley's that's one with the mask. I feel silly now. There's one with the mask. Is that Miley? Is that Miley with the mask?
That's a different one, unfortunately.
Yes. I thought those well, either way, tell her I say hi, because I like
very much.
I love promoting wrestlers, and you could tell I love Canadian wrestlers. They really they do something to they've been doing something with the wrestling, because like I'm from America. And 90% of the wrestlers I've interviewed lately, I've never seen them live. And one day I got to get that passport and just come right over the border and come to Canada, because there's so many, like, have you ever sit back and watched all the wrestling in Canada right now? It's like
there's a ton.
Amazing. So much. How do you feel about the wrestling scene in Canada right now? It's absolutely insane.
It's crazy. It's thriving. I can't believe how much opportunity, how many stages and platforms there are just locally. It's really crazy. Now Canada's real spread out, but all the people are kind of concentrated, and those shows generally hit those places. So it's not a bad system. We all want to cross into America. We're all trying to make that jump across the border, and it's hard because the law legally lets them come here but not go there. It's a whole mess for us, but we really have quite a healthy scene up here, and it's a good thing to see.
Would eventually would you guys ever take like a tour, like come from the edge of Canada down through New York?
Oh, I mean, I've done that certainly.
Not the city, the state.
yeah. No, we've done that certainly. I've come down to Pennsylvania, same thing. As far as Texas, Wyoming, Montana, wherever it needs to happen. You know, we've made those treks out. We fill up a car. We try to do the best that we can. So it's all possible. It's just a matter of lining up dates.
Yeah, I live in PA, and let's just say it's that what's his name? I can't think of the name of the guy that was in Grease. The guy that played the big guy, the main guy in the show.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No, in Grease, What's his name? I can't think of the actor. Pretty much that's me looking around like this. That's me. I'm looking around for independent wrestling in my area. Nothing. Not
Really? There's not a lot around you?
There's a funny and sad story. I posted it on Facebook and a wrestler had to call me out on it. The last time they came to my area was 2014, 2013.
Okay.
And they stopped coming because an indie promotion did something and they didn't like sufficiently keep the gym floor safe. Like, I guess they didn't put the proper padding under the ring, and the ring scuffed the gym floor.
Yep. And it honestly is that easy. And you can burn a venue, and then wrestling's got a bad name in your town. And we're always trying to fight that. We're trying to uplift the good name of wrestling.
Yeah. I would love to have you guys come in. I'd help you announce. I'd be a commentator. I'd like do a run-in or something. I'd like
make the trip up, bud. Come on. You got an open invite in Brantford. Come on.
I would definitely come to Canada because I know George McKee. I know the mini host.
Nice.
I know all those people.
Yeah.
I know Bill. Oh my gosh, I'm name dropping the wrestlers I had on the podcast before. My buddy from the Canadian Mafia Princess. Brooklyn. I mean, no, Bronx. The Bronx Mafia girl.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I love her. She sent me a T-shirt. That was so cool.
Nice.
And like,
send me one. Come on.
I love everybody's T-shirts. If some people want to send me T-shirts, I'll wear them. I don't care. So like, I had some ideas for your show. If for like a women's match, if you have any like a big variety of women, you should do a Dudes at Ringside podcast battle royal.
Okay.
For the women's have the title up on the line and have a battle royal.
You got to understand here. I'm willing to throw these stipulations out. And as anything in this world, if you got money, you've got an opinion. So I've got multiple people putting things together here. And I can assure you that we are definitely selling these sponsorships, these spots for your name to be on the banner of the match. So you tell me, just how bad do you want to see this women's battle royal sponsored by Dudes at Ringside podcast? What do you think?
I'll work on it. They got to see where my checking is, my banking is, but I'll
look at it. 4 digits?
I'll look at it.
We thinking 5?
Gotta see where my banking is.
Come on, baby. All right. You'll get back to me.
Yeah, I will. I definitely will. Like, do you ever see like yourself like adding like more of the bigger scale wrestlers to your roster? Because I know a lot of people indie wrestling promotions do that. They like there's ones I've seen in upstate New York and that travel to Connecticut. I'm not gonna drop name, but they like bring more like the AEW, former stars, even over WWE stars. They like bring them in, but that makes more of the indie wrestlers, like what I love and support, more of the sideshow.
Yeah,
do you like more of that, or do you like doing more of the indie wrestlers on the mainstay of your roster?
So my team's only run a couple of shows, and it's always been reasonably local guys within not too much of a name value in terms of television exposure, which we honestly prefer. The people who come into our shows aren't necessarily wrestling fans, and we're here to show them a great time. We're not necessarily drawing on that television name. However, there has been a lot of talk. And again, I don't make any decisions. I don't have a say in it because it's none of my money, right? But the people who are running the show with their money, they do toss around the idea of bringing in a name. But it's never the AEW guys that you're referring to. It's more the 80s guys for WWE. It's more of a Hacksaw Jim Duggan, a Tatanka, those kind of ideas.
I get that. I and it kind of like, again, this podcast will and always be the support of indie wrestling. As like I'm on top of the mountain, the Mount Pocono, the flag that says on the flag it says support independent wrestling, even though the state police are like, Joe, you gotta go. No, I gotta see about this flag. You're not supposed to put a flag on top of the hill. Yes, I am. It says support independent wrestling. You know what I mean? Like, I love hearing that the older star still has a chance in anybody's promotion.
For sure.
Give these kids chances. I love Bella Bronx. Oh my gosh, Maya. There's so many of those wrestlers that I Christina Creed. Like Leo, I'm dream dropping Leo. Like, oh my gosh, so many. I can't. There's so many. There's so many stars that I've encountered and had on this podcast that I've given them a spotlight that I would hate to see an indie. I would love to see the older star get a spotlight. I never would not want to see an 80s or 90s star not to get a spotlight. But giving a younger star their chance to shine is always beautiful.
Do you think the idea that you bring in one of those names and it draws a crowd that wouldn't typically come, and now those younger people, those younger talents, get a bigger crowd to shine in front of and kind of try to entice them back to the next show? Do you think that's maybe where they're coming from?
Yeah, I think that's why they do that. So they bring that older star in, like a Tatanka or Jerry or Hacksaw. So they're like, oh, do you think Tatanka will be back for a rematch against Johnny Jackson, or do you think he's one and done?
Yeah,
I think that's what they're doing. They want to put it out there, because what if Tatanka says this battle is not over, and then they're like, oh, got to go to the booth and buy myself a ticket. And that's how cha-ching, you see the money symbol go into the promoter's eyes. I could make sure you say this Tatanka battle's not over, so the people go to the booth at the end of the show and go buy the ticket. And also, then they want to see if you guys have t-shirts. And if they're like out of town or like myself, they want to go buy merch and bring
come
it
on.
home.
Merch funds for anything. Come on, you go to a concert, you go to a stand-up comedy show, you want to go check out the merch booth. Come on.
Yeah, and buy t-shirts. Like, do you guys sell DVDs?
Honestly, I was just having a conversation with somebody about this, where apparently TNA Impact still does DVDs. They're cost efficient and people still buy them. Apparently, it's still really in. So
I love DVDs.
We're toying around with the idea. We've never done it before, but we're in talks with a company to try to get that.
A promotion I used to go to on Long Island all the time, and I went to a show like in July. I forgot what year it was, like a few years ago. I went. I was like, I'm from PA now, so I'm like, I wear. As I said, wrestlers send me t-shirts, or I'll buy a t-shirt. Here's money. Here, take my money. I'll wear a t-shirt in PA, even though I'm from PA. I don't live in New York anymore. I'll wear a t-shirt. I went up to the stand. I'm like, you guys have any merch t-shirts of your promotion? They're like, we don't do that anymore. It's on Pro Wrestling Tees now. I'm like,
yeah.
So I'm like, so me as an outsider buying a ticket at your show, that's fine. I'll give you your money. I'll support your independent promotion, but let me wear a t-shirt. But then he did one up. He went to his car, and this COVID was still around and still flourishing.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to a show outdoors. They had the COVID mask with their logo on it. I still had that mask.
That's cool.
That was my present, a free gift. He didn't charge me. It was a free mask with the New York logo, and I was like, I'm happy. My buddy is the guy he worked with said, but it wasn't a t-shirt, Joe. I'm like, contraire. I work in a supermarket. I wear the mask. Someone's gonna ask me what the promotion is.
Yeah.
So I just want to say this. I love New York promotions, and I definitely would like you to give my buddy Pretty Ricky some support. Ricky, do you have a YouTube channel? If you want to plug it, you can plug it right now.
You can follow me on all social medias at ProWilldy, PROWILLDY. That's ProWilldy, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Same thing. If you're interested in our wrestling show, it's at Brantford Wrestling, at BTFD Wrestling on all social media platforms, including YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We do appreciate the support. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you for having me here.
No problem. Thank you, Ricky. I'm Joe Panther III. Your turn.
I'm Pretty Ricky Willdy.
And we will catch you in the next one.